myself in 92 or 93, and I cracked my tailbone. I was working for Paul Roofing down here in Huntington, and they prescribed me Lortabs. The doctor did, and that's what got me started on the pills, on the opiate abuse.
But the major one was when I had my car wreck. I had a lot of problems with my back, so it started off with Norco 5 milligrams, one time a day, and then that wasn't cutting it. And it went up to 2 times a day, and that didn't work. So finally took the dosage up to 10 milligrams. And by the time it was all said and done, I was 6 times a day.
Well, I mean, I couldn't find any other pain medication, and I never really shot heroin. I've only done it a couple of times, and when I did, it made me sick.
Pain pills got cut off, so I started buying them off the street. And when I couldn't no longer afford to get them off the street, I had a buddy of mine who was getting me the pills to begin with, and I gave him some money one day, and I was like, "Here, man, go see what you can do." And he ended up coming back with a little bit of heroin, and I was like, "What's this?" Because I'd never seen it before.
But I would snort heroin, and I would have it would have a good effect on me.
I started off snorting it, and I had some people tell me that it was a waste of time, a waste of money to do it that way. So,
what did it feel like when you tried heroin for the first time?
It was like
I'd done about 10 pain pills.
It was a real intense high. It was like taking a bunch of pain pills at once.
It definitely knocked the pain out, and I definitely wasn't sick for a while.
What made you want to stop using heroin?
I just wanted a better life. I didn't want to wake up sick no more. I didn't want to have to worry about lying and stealing no more.
When I found myself about anything, when my family had left me, finally in 2016, I got on a real bad. I went and took the Vivitrol shot. Thought that was going to help me get off all the opiates. And in fact, it did help me, but I started smoking crack. For about 3 months, I was smoking crack, and I went from 160 pounds to about 100. And then when my wife left me, threw me out of the house, I was at a friend's house one night, and the Vivitrol shot had worn off. So, well, I went and got some heroin. I went and started, and smoked about $700 up in crack one night. And the next morning I woke up and realized that I've had enough. I'm done. So that was that was June the 28th when that happened. It was July 7th when I went into a long-term program.
Not power nor by might, but by your spirit, saith the Lord. And tonight your spirit would free your people. Where the spirit is, there is freedom. And tonight, Lord God, we pray that freedom over every person here from alcohol and drug addiction, from self, from the world, from the enemy, Heavenly Father, that we denounce alcohol and drugs off of our life.
So my name is Lee Thompson. I'm a therapist at Prestera Center, and I actually work in addictions.
So my name is Rocky Meadows, and I am the founder and now pastor, executive director of Lifehouse, which is a long-term recovery program here in Huntington.
The recovery process, the first thing, they have to be willing to change. So oftentimes it's someone else that's kind of motivating them. We have a lot of people at Prestera who are either encouraged by a family member, by court, and they're brought in that way. But we also have those who have decided that they're tired of this type of life, so they end up coming of their own accord.
For the last time I've tried, I've been in and out of rehab since 2001, trying to get off dope.
People say, "Hey, I'm going to detox. Hey, I'm going to treatment," and I watch every single one of them relapse. I've never seen anyone go to detox, come back, and stay sober and successful. I've never seen anybody go to treatment, even 30 or 90 day, go and come back and stay successful. The minimum benchmark indicator I've ever seen someone stay clean and sober was 6 months. And so we have an 8-month minimum long-term recovery program because I wanted to make sure people stayed clean and sober. I didn't want to get you sober for a short period of time and then send you off to go fail again. So we're a long-term recovery program.
I got with my wife in 2004. She's been trying since then to get me off the medication, off from the dope. And I tell her, yeah, I'm going to do it. I'll go into rehab in just 28-day programs. And it wouldn't, 28-day programs just really wasn't enough.
My approach on drug addiction, of course, is God, I believe, is the answer. I believe He's the power that gives freedom from drug addiction. I don't want people to just get off alcohol and drugs and be white knuckling or still be miserable and be off alcohol and drugs. There's something that happens when God touches your life. He literally pulls the desire off of you.
For the longest time, I was choosing the drugs over them. I was choosing the drugs over a lot of stuff, and just finally got tired of it. Went to church. One Saturday night, I was dope sick when I went to church, and I had an account. I believe I had an encounter with Jesus, and that's what set me on the path to get off of it.
Beside you, because He is the comforter. When you submit to God and you're accepting of things, and you're okay here, nothing here really bothers you. I don't care how bad it is, right? I had more peace. This is the truth. I had more peace in my life in Huntington prison behind them fences and the walls than I'd ever had experienced in my entire life, because I had peace with God.
And God finally showed me that there was two things that needed to happen: was miraculous and meticulous. So I needed the hand of God to touch my life, and then there was a principled way to live my life out as well. And so I started working through a 12-step process and learned how to live without alcohol and drugs. And once I learned that I could and God would touch my life, man, I wanted to tell everybody.
I think the main thing when we're looking at addictions, we have to be aware that they're also people. They're humans. That without support, without opportunity, there's no opportunity for change without those. So we have to be willing to provide them with the ability to do so, or it'll never happen.
You'd be amazed about how much stuff you get back if you really want to recover from drugs and alcohol. The loss of family members that I've had, the loss of friends, it's not worth it. If you find yourself drifting away into drugs and alcohol, find recovery as quick as you can. Get a support group. Get someone to help you cope with your addiction.
Just if there's anybody out there that's seeing this, if you yourself or you have anybody that you know that's suffering with, it's not just heroin. It can be sex. It can be food. It can be anything. There are resources to help you. You just got to make that first step and come to the conclusion that you're finally ready to give up that lifestyle, and you can get the help and you can beat it too. There is hope. That's what I'll say.
Thank you very much.
Anytime, man. Glad I can help.